Hi there, I'm Annette Coburn, the Network Manager for IT Cork Skillnet. Today we're at TechFest in Cork, which is always an exciting event. And as always, we're delighted to be supporting our promoter organisation, the Tech Industry Alliance here. The focus of this year's event is adapting for the future of tech, which is fascinating. We're expecting a lot of insightful people from the tech sector to join us, and we plan to take full advantage of that by grabbing a few quick vox pops or cameos with some of the delegates to learn about what's really going on in the sector. So, let's hear what they have to say.
So many key takeaways. I think the main one for me is that we're living in a time of AI awakening. We talk about a time before the internet, whereas now I think we're going to be talking about a time before AI, and that can be exciting but also a little bit scary, but we need to stay informed on this. And I think coming to events like this where we hear from Patricia Scanlon, our Ireland AI ambassador, and Elan Hogg, a futurist and AI expert, and they tell us about the different facets to this, the good, the bad and the in-between. And I think the key takeaway for me is using AI to be more human, to be human more rather than human less.
So far, I think the biggest takeaway for multinational companies is to make sure that we're ready for applying global rules to regional situations where you might have new European AI laws, or you might have things like works councils, other considerations in region, making sure that we in Ireland are aligning the global vision with how it needs to be applied in Europe to make sure it can be successful.
I'm not sure anybody realises just how prevalent the likes of ChatGPT and AI is going to become with regards to ransomware in the next 6 months, let alone the next year. Going back to that ChatGPT comment, it is absolutely understanding how AI is going to affect our industry, affect everybody's industry, and how we can combat that with the use of technology like AI.
We're all trying to pivot in a landscape post-COVID. That's on an individual level, but also on an enterprise level and for companies. So I think, we have, the COVID landscape, we also have inflation, we have change in the labour market, we've got geopolitical considerations. So anything else the universe wants to throw at us, there's a lot of change. So I think the key thing for companies is to have an innovative mindset. They need to be flexible, they need to be adaptable. We don't know what's coming in the future. We don't know what the unknowns are, but we need to be ready for it. And I think that's what the biggest challenge is.
I'd say there's two major changes in the tech sector currently. One is we've come through a period of unparalleled growth, and now there's more of a cost focus. Everybody's adjusting back, trying to see how they can work more efficiently and looking for ways to scale and save. And then secondly, I'd say just the public explosion of large language models like ChatGPT and others, as everybody becomes aware of them and tries to figure out how to use them and bring them into their organizations. I think that's probably the two areas where we're most focused on right now.
I think we need to look at the skills that we have and the skills that we want to have across companies. So for the skills that we have, I think it's really important that we look at retention. What are we doing to retain the people that we have working for us? How do we offer upskilling to them? So is it through your local skillnet? Is it to promote lifelong learning, micro-learning? We need to make sure that we keep those people, because we talk about skills from an academic perspective, but we also need to look at it from the industry skills. And they're the most important to companies at the moment, because the power is with the employees. They can go to any companies they want at the moment, because every company needs skills. They need tech skills like software developers, software engineers, cybersecurity. So companies need to make sure that they're looking after their staff and looking at their talent agenda and looking at their talent pool to make sure that they're looking after the skills that they have within their company. And then for the skills that you want, what are those skills? How do we promote the skills that we need for emerging technologies like AI, generative AI, machine learning? We need to bridge the gap between third level institutions and companies. Are third level institutions offering the skills that companies need? And if not, how do we build those programs out? And how can we get companies and universities working together on that? So I think the answer is to look at it twofold, looking at the skills that you have and the skills that you need. And putting talent as a priority, I think, is really important for companies.
I think the top priorities continue to be security. We still have more need than people graduating in that space. Data science, not just for big data and data having skilled data scientists, but I think that even more traditional roles like infrastructure and user and others, everybody's expected to be more of a data scientist these days. And cloud still hasn't gone away, awareness of where you can or can't use it. So I think some new ones, some continuing to be the same themes as before.